A line I'm going to repeat from an A&A board member CMO is in-housing is raging. In-housing is raging. So we've done surveys 3 times at A&A in 2008, 2013, and 2018, and I've seen the penetration of in-house agencies skyrocket from 42% 10 years ago to 58% 5 years ago to 78% in the most recent survey. So many more of our members are doing in-housing, and to build upon that, among those that are, people say that the workload is increasing. So 90% of the people that took the A&A survey that have an in-house agency say that their workload is increasing, including 2/3 that say it's increasing a lot. So lots of work going on in-house.
So what is going in-house? Is it creative? Is it media? Is it sort of a mixture? What kind of trends do you see?
I'll give you a one-word answer and then I'll expand upon it. Everything. Potentially can go in-house. It often starts with the lower hanging fruit, collateral materials, point of sale, packaging, but more lately there's been some media going in-house. Think about social media that requires quicker turnaround times, access to in-house legal counsel, for example. So we've seen rapid shifts in that going in-house. Programmatic, influencer marketing, and then all sorts of creative, from print creative to video. Marketers these days have the need for much more content than they've ever needed before, done at a faster pace. So web videos, even high-end television commercials. So potentially everything is all over the gamut.
What about media planning and digital media planning? We've heard Belinda from Electronic Arts, talk about some of the challenges there in terms of management, negotiation position. How about the media operations?
Yeah, I think media is really the next frontier poised for rapid growth in-house. Currently there's much more creative done in-house than media. And as I mentioned a minute ago, social media has kind of been a big first step for many marketers. I don't think the day will come where there's a lot of client-side marketers negotiating their own television deals with the networks, because certainly the big agency holding companies have that clout. But I do think that media is absolutely increasing, and one important reason for that is data, that companies want to protect their own first-party data and not mix that with someone else's data or potentially have that arbitrage. So they want to protect that, and that's central to media, and it's a reason that in-house for media I think will be growing.
And Bill, if you could just summarize like the top 3 reasons that in-housing is happening in a positive way, and the top 3 issues or challenges that companies face when they
You want
want
6
to go
things
in-house.
from me, Andy. Let me attack the first one.
Let's
first.
try to just balance the scale a little bit, the good and the bad.
All right, so top 3 reasons of in-housing. So in-housing has always been about cost and speed. I'll call that one reason. Always been about cost and speed, but cost will always be important to marketers. It is now. Speed is more important than ever for some of the reasons we've already talked about: social media, more content being needed faster. So cost and speed. I believe that data and having your own data and managing that yourselves is a reason that in-housing is more important than ever. And I do think that talent at in-house agencies is growing. That has been a debate in the industry and a knock on in-house agencies, that they don't have the talent that external agency has, but I do believe that's changing, and as in-house agency talent continues to accelerate and being comparable with external, is going to drive more business in-house.
And the challenges, I saw at the top of the list was sort of project flow management. What are some of the issues?
Yeah, we've heard balancing workload. Again, in-house agencies say that they're busier than ever, and 90% say that workload has increased. So I think it's just managing that. And many of our presenters today talked about the number of projects that they're doing in-house. I think one of them said that they do 5,000 a year think about that, 5,000 projects a year in-house, another was maybe 3,000. So I think balancing that workload. And then another challenge, and we heard some very positive things about it at the conference, is the role of the in-house agency versus the external agency. And it's, in my view, it's not an either or. And one of the speakers talked about the external agency is not your enemy, that internal and external agencies can work well together. And two presenters in particular used the term swim lanes, that as long as the respective swim lanes are clear between external and internal agencies, they could both live happily together and optimize the work.